Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to One Piece chapter 1104. But before that, let's talk a little bit about 1103. Because, it's been a bit, like 2 weeks, I feel like. Maybe more. Because I was one of the people who read it like before, like way before it officially came out. Yeah, 3 weeks ago it's been. So let's refresh a little bit. Not too much though, because man, that was a depressing chapter. But yeah. So first we saw freaking Bonney telling Vegapunk that he saw everything in Kuma's memory bubble, and then she hugged him, apologizing for how she's been treating him ever since she arrived in a kid, which, completely understandable considering how much information she had. But still, it's really nice to see her just actually now fully knowing Vegapunk really had his hands tied behind his back. Oh, and yeah, we see that Vegapunk gave Bonney a gift from Kuma. A necklace. It looks like the sun. I mean, to me, it looks a bit like a flower. But yeah, the sun is really nice, and just the way that the panel is like, the way that it looks like Bonnie's hand is like there, and then the necklace is like surrounded by the sun. It's a protective charm. Mm. And then let's talk a little bit about Luffy. And then, yeah, they both know that he's the son of Kuma's old friend, Dragon. And then, yeah, Vegapunk tells her that Luffy saved him. And then they'll meet up with him. Yeah. And then he apologizes to her because he wasn't able to do anything to prevent Kuma from losing, everything that makes him him. Oh, but then she goes and says the real villain is him. And the guy that is, trying to crush her in his hand right now. And then, yeah. Oh, here, this is interesting. Everyone still can't move. And then we see Luffy just completely, basically, like, dried out, looking like an old man, asking for food. And Atlas wants to do something, but she can't move either. Sentomaru, it looks like he's been apprehended by the Marines. And then we see Kizaru just still laying on the ground. And he's thinking Sentomaru-kun and Bonney. So, yeah, I'm still like, whoa, it's insane how much more sides of Kizaru that we've seen this arc. No, we never actually, well, I never thought we would actually get something like this for him. Like, actually, Kizaru can actually care for other people. What? And yeah, like, I figured, even before we saw the first flashback with Sentomaru, that he was indeed feeling conflicted about doing this, but he's the type that regardless of his feelings, he will try to get the job done. But that doesn't mean that he's not like, how should I say? He's not pained by what he's not pained by everything that's happening right now. he most definitely wishes that it could be different. But I'm still wondering, yeah, how is someone like Kizaru, how did he become an admiral? Like, his justice and pursuit is just unclear justice. So, like, I feel like he is now strong enough that he could go against the world government if he wanted. Kind of like Kusan. And Kizaru right now has a big reason to want to not obey. And technically, I feel like, with the whole Luffy fight, I think that Kizaru just wasn't giving it his all. Whether it was a conscious choice or subconscious, yeah, I think he wasn't really going at it, with his heart wasn't in it. Kind of like, okay, not so much like Garp in Marineford, but still, he was fighting and he was uh, actually like showing that he's trying, but at the same time, like I don't think Kizaru was trying to win, like because he genuinely wants Bonney and Vegapunk to survive and get away. But as a tool of celestial dragons, he can't really do it, like the as much as he wants. But yeah, then we see a little bit over the world that people are seeing that the Marines are fighting an emperor, and that the scale is bigger than the Ohara incident. Oh, and then we get a little bit of Dragon and Iba-chan. Assuming there's still a trace of Kuma in there, where would his instincts take him? Which I'm still like wondering how could there be anything left in there. But I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Well, we do know that Kuma went to Marichua. Actually, but I don't. Maybe he didn't actually go there for a revenge. He could have, because if he's just going off on instinct right now, then yeah. But there's something that it could have been more so that he thought she could have already been a slave there in Marichua, so he went to look for her. But once there was no detection of her, he went to Egghead. That's my reasoning right now. Then we have Bonney trying to hit Sanjay Garcia with her doing a Nika future distortion of the future, but it just doesn't work. And we don't really get exactly why that's the case. There's not really an explanation. She just thinks, I suddenly feel weak again. So maybe it's something to do with just Sanjay Garcia's power, and it's related to why everyone can't move. I don't think. At first, I thought because of her fruit having been administered to her the way that it did, but I don't think that that's what it is anymore. Oh, and then yeah, he notices that she knows about Nika as well, like her father. Then we have Luffy finally getting some food and him just, gobbling up on it, everything that he can. Sanjay Garcia notices and he tells Marines that they should put stone cuffs on him. And they're all like, yes sir, let's go. But then Kizaru, interestingly enough, is no longer laying down, now he's sitting up. So, a little suspicious. Almost as if he actually did move, but it was so quick nobody noticed. I see some people think that it was actually him who went inside the dome to where everything is. and then came back and gave food to Luffy. Which, if that's true, that would be kind of pretty big for Kizaru to do. And if he's trying to do like, if he's trying to be low key, but he's still aiding what's basically the world government's enemy. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the arc, depending on how he keeps going as the arc ends. But Kizaru is also like, I never thought I would say this, but I feel like he might become a low favorite for me. So yeah, this is when Sanjay Garcia explains to Bonney about her power and how she actually has those devil fruit powers without actually having eaten one. Just that whole thing, alongside with, him mentioning her mother. So fucked up. And then we see Kuma actually heading here. And then, boom, he arrives. But then by that point, Bonney is just like completely broken down by what Sanjay Garcia is telling her. And Vegapunk actually gets mad at Sanjay Garcia, like visibly, and starts yelling at him. Like, very good, very respectful. No, sorry, very respectable of Vegapunk to do that. Like, yeah, they're already trying to kill him, but he's still standing up for the people that he cares about. Since back then. And then Sanjay Garcia just, keeps acting like the villain that he is. And then Kuma is first seen here. And then everyone is reporting on it. But, Bonney is like, I can't anymore. Like, what is this all for? Like, I just feel so, like living is so difficult. Like, just her whole monologue here just breaks my heart. Oh, yeah, when she says, I think I'd be better off dead. And at first I thought it was a callback to what Kuma's father said to him. But no, it was actually backwards. Kuma said that to his father. So that's even more, yeah. That both her and Kuma ended up feeling this way at some point in their lives. And the fact that she's, yeah. Like, granted, even very early on his life in Kuma, as a little kid, he was already suffering pretty badly. It just, yeah, the fact that it happened twice to father and daughter, it's just very disheartening. So that's, but it's not the first time that we've seen a character just, give up on life only for the Straw Hats or someone else give them the will to live again. But nonetheless, still freaking sad to see. Like, I will cry so much when Bonney actually, it's like, oh, I think living is not so bad anymore. That yeah, will hit me so much. But yeah, Sanjay Garcia lets her go, and she just hits her head in the ground, and it's just like, I don't feel like keep on trying. And then Kuma comes in and shields her. And we see Kuma with the most angry face I think we've ever seen him, about to punch Sanjay Garcia. So while Bonney is crying next to him. Yeah, man, 1103. It was, yeah. Just when I thought, man, the flashback is over, sadness can end, right? Yeah, no. But hopefully 1104 will show us a glimpse of hope. So the title is Thank You, Daddy. So that's uh, at least a little more reassuring than last week's title. Not last week's, just last chapter's title, which was Sorry. Oh, this cover for the chapter is really cute. Sanji serves dessert to a masked couple that just got engaged. I can actually see that happening in canon with how much he loves mice. Okay. A punch full of feelings? You're the Buccaneer brat. You can either live as a slave or die. Nothing else can be tolerated from someone of your ilk. Mommy has passed away. She's in a better place now. I'm just so happy. Kumachi, sorry, but I'm at death's door. Man, Kuma's saddest moments were just getting a highlight reel of them. Vegapunk, what is the meaning of this? How can Kuma still be alive? I made use of our contingency plan. A few days after the Revolutionary Army took him. Ah. So that must have been what made Kuma to go to Marichua, right? Oh no, wait, what? I triggered his self-destruct mechanism. What? Okay, even Vegapunk looks surprised. Did we know about this? If so, I forgot about it. Oh my god, bro. This panel, even a much bigger, but looking pretty similar of the one from 1103 of Kuma about to punch Senshi Garcia. You can just feel the rage emanating from the panel. Oh, and then the fist connects. Oh, yeah, let's go! I wish it could be more satisfying, but, you know, the body's still feeling pretty bad. So, it's still kind of satisfying still. Yo, the line art for this kind of insane. Yo, the fact that we've never actually seen Kuma throw a punch. I feel like that's pretty significant. Because he's always fighting with his bubble, with his, paw fruit. So, yeah, someone deserved that much a punch. Saint Saturn! Who? That's right, bitch, stay on the ground. Ooh, sent him reeling back a few meters. And he's bleeding quite a lot. Granted, I think he can regenerate. But, still, I appreciate that this happened. The town, what's going on? Did Kuma do that? He just punched one of the 5 elders. He attacked one of the world's great overseers. Whoa, Kuma is actually panting? Go help Saint Saturn at once. He's under the rubble. For someone of his status to be struck by a slave. This is unprecedented. Kuma is and going down on one knee. But at least everyone else can move again. Hey, we can move again. Bonnie-chan, are you hurt? Yes, but not so much about physical damage is what matters right now. This is our chance. Get Bonnie to the upper levels. Escaping the island is our only objective. I don't know. I feel like... Oh, well, Luffy is eating food, so maybe he can go back to Gear 5th. And that would actually give enough time to do that. Because just with this punch alone, I don't think it'll be enough time. What is the meaning of this? That's a good question. The truth is, I didn't install the traditional self-destruct mechanism. Oh, okay. I couldn't bear the idea of making you into a bomb, knowing how those bastards would take full advantage of that. But I still kept my word. I just used a different kind of failsafe. Oh, the pedal! Kuma about to take Bonney into his hands. And he activated it. I programmed it to shut your body down completely. Between that and the loss of your individuality, you should be nothing but a vegetable now. Incapable of receiving orders. Ah, I see. So the self-destruction was basically that just Kuma would technically fully die, but he just, would be a corpse instead of, exploding. Yeah. Oh, look at Kuma hugging his daughter. This is so touching. And though he can't talk, I just... Even accounting for Bonnie's presence here, you shouldn't have been able to reach us. So how are you still moving? This almost seems beyond science. Now, I might be reaching, but what if this is actually the will power of the fruit itself, The pawpaw fruit. Like, the will of Kuma just got mixed with the will of the power. Like, they're so interconnected now. They're one and the same? I feel like I'm on to nothing, but that's the only thing I can think of. It can't be what I'm thinking, can it? The Buccaneers were said to have a special characteristic beyond their strong bodies after all. Your people once. Oh, I didn't think about that. The Buccaneer race. Yeah, why is it so special? It's over, isn't it? Ooh, interesting. Dialogue from Kizaru. He sounds quite relieved. Kuma. Oh, Santomaru says at seeing his old friend. But yeah, Kizaru, I'm still like, wow. Just what we've learned about him as a person and the relationships that he's formed with characters we had no idea about. Where's the Straw Hat? He's appeared right before we could apprehend him. There's no way we can call in such a failure. Oh, thank you, Daddy, for everything. Oh, I saw your memories. Mommy seemed like an amazing woman. And I saw how you actually wrote me lots and lots of letters. That made me so happy. Oh, I hope somewhere in there Kuma is listening. I don't care if everyone else calls you a tyrant, because I know there's no one kinder than my dad. To me, you're the coolest person in the whole wide world. I'll never ever forget that. Okay. I don't want to cry again so soon. Whoa. Saint Saturn. Ooh, looks like almost like Conqueror attacking. While something is like making a sort of explosion behind them. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't buy them enough time. Ah, Vegapunk, I'm still waiting for an explanation. Was this your doing? I suppose it would be fair to say that I'm ultimately responsible. But if you're a romantic, you could just as easily chalk this up to the power of love. I see. As usual, to err is human. How short-sighted. You gentlemen have outlived your usefulness. Farewell. Whoa, what is he doing? It's like his arm is turning like a sort of like, what? Like a cloud sort of thing, but like it's like chunks of it are going away. What the? His body's regenerating. Ah, okay. Daddy, get out of the way. You gotta move. I'm not gonna let you. Oh, go ahead, Sanji. Upset Bunny-chan anymore, you dirty old spider. Ah, it's still though awesome that Sanji was actually able to not just block that, but actually move his leg out of the way. Yeah, we owe Kuma a huge debt too. Hey, let's go, Frankie! Radical! My goodness, you certainly have grown a lot. Oh, Kizaru being part of the Straw Hats? Ain't no way! Yeah, I swear, bro, I think he's smiling for the first time in, like, I feel like, I don't know, since the beginning of the arc, maybe? Beam! Ooh! There's actually a hole through him. But we just gotta keep attacking because he's gonna regenerate again. Oh shit! Yeah, I figured Kizaru couldn't just stay being an observant for the whole rest of the arc, I guess. Let's put your growth to the test. Frankie! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Duh! Oh? What is this sound effect? A sloop? Vegapunk! That can't move! Oh, that's what it was. At first I thought someone had come in to block Kizaru. But no, Frankie got kicked away by him. Atlas, can you carry him to our meeting point in the lava stratum? Leave it to me. Awesome. Now that Kuma's joined us, wouldn't you agree there are too many players on the board? I think it's about time we wrap this up. Oh? What are you suggesting? You're a sad, sad man, Kizaru. Have you no heart? Oh, I'm so curious about what he's gonna respond. I should have brought a darker pair of shades. I'm going to embarrass myself at this rate. Ooh, definitely not at all. I had no idea what he was going to respond, but not this for sure. I thought he was going maybe once again, like, give him the usual, what do you mean? Of course I do, but the job is the job, or something like that. But no. The only thing I get from this is like, not necessarily, but basically, that this is pain. This is making him. What's how should I say this? I don't want to say suffering because obviously, definitely not comparable to the people that are actually being on the other side of this, but more so, that he has such mixed feelings about this, that if he didn't have his sunglasses, then people would see actually how much inner struggle he's going through. Yeah, almost give me that, I wish I could have like sunglasses so that you wouldn't see me crying type of thing. But I don't know. I don't know if I would go that far with Kizaru. But I feel like that's kind of what's being implied. Yeah, I'm going to embarrass myself at this rate. Yeah, because of how much he's letting his emotions out, which is very unusual for him. Man, Kizaru, hold up. What? Because for the most part, I never really cared for him as a character. Like, I found him like scary cool. But other than that, yeah, I never really thought we would get much complexity from him. But This is the arc. Oda said, you're going to get Kizaru insight, whether you like it or not. And I'm definitely enjoying it. It's very juicy. Definitely already up there, like, I don't know if I would put him, like, straight up, but easily top 10 Marine now, for sure. Oh shit. The Bustercle Protocol has been authorized. By the authority of the world government, this island has been declared a threat to the entire world. All ships take aim. Reduce everything to ashes in the name of justice. Holy shit. Like, I knew. Well, we knew. Because we saw that, the narrator said, like, the day after the Straw Hats arrived at Egghead, that there would be a very much a big incident that would happen that would shake the world, basically. But I never thought it would be, a bus circle. I didn't think we would get to see a bus circle again in the present of the story. Like, we already had a freaking Saint Saturn here, plus Kizaru. That was already too much. And now we're dealing with a bus circle as well? Granted, it might not be as easy for them to do it because, the island is pretty... It's not a sky island, but it's, high up in the air. So... We'll see. We'll see. Things are getting quite difficult. Oh, and they were already, but yeah, more pieces are getting added to the board, like someone else said. A trader who studied the taboo secrets of the world, a survivor of a bloodline that should be extinct, and a pirate who awakened the power of that ancient god. This island has been completely infested. The forces of justice loom, and no break. That's the end of chapter 1104. But yeah, I'm not surprised. I would Saint Saturn. It's saying there at the end. He's basically singling out Robin, Kuma, and Luffy. But there's, he who wants everyone dead there anyway. And he would have done this, I feel like, regardless, if the Straw Hats weren't there. Right? I don't think Saint Saturn came in because the Straw Hats were here. So, yeah, this is just him trying to kill, like, what? 4 birds with 1 stone? Or technically, I don't think I have a proper analogy. But you know what I mean. I'm so glad, though, that this chapter is not as depressing as, like, the last one. Like 10. There's actually a sliver of hope. Finally. Though it is interesting that Vegapunk still has no idea what it is that has gotten Kuma this far. Even though, there was no contingency for this. He shouldn't be able to move anymore, yet he's here. Now he's hypothesizing that it could be because of his race. But we don't really know that for sure yet. But yeah, man, the Kuma and Bonney stuff, I mean, what can I say? They're already some of my favorite characters in the series. I don't know where I'd put Bonney yet, but Kuma easily, like, top 20. yeah, very, very touching stuff. And then the stuff with those two, and then the stuff with Kizaru, it's definitely my favorite from 1104. And I'm so ready to keep seeing more of them. But especially Kizaru. I mean, Kuma and Bonney already had a lot of spotlight, so now that we're back into the present, we can, uh, start focusing on other characters. That's, you know what I mean. I love them, but at the same time, like, let's give the others some love, shall we? And yeah, it's interesting that Luffy disappeared, but he hasn't come back yet, which is not what I expected. Granted, I feel like, Oda wanted to do some specific things for this chapter, so he didn't, need him for that. But I don't know, what is he cooking? Mm. But yeah, I don't think I have much else to say. Pretty much all I wanted to already said during while I was reading. So yeah. So if you enjoyed my reaction to this chapter, please like and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.